Bill Fung, your local Denver realtor, and I'm here with Patrick Langhans from Cross Country Mortgage to talk a little bit about loans. Today we're going to go ahead and talk about jumbo loans. Not many people ever really mention much about it, but especially if you're in the 80016 zip code, which I do work and live in, there are a number of homes that are over the jumbo limit, so we'll talk a little bit about that. I have been in the business for probably over 30 some years. Patrick I've known for 10 years. I'll let Patrick talk, give you a little bit of his background, then we'll jump right into jumbo loans.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So my name is Patrick Langhans with Cross Country Mortgage. I have been helping people get pre-approved to buy homes or save money on a refinance. So I've been doing mortgages for 24 years and helped over 3,000 families. So
good stuff. Jumbo loans. What are jumbo loans? And the numbers and figures we give, of course, will apply to today. They could change tomorrow. It just depends on what's going on in the market. But we want to give you some valuable information if you are looking at jumbo loans, and so you'll have some additional information. We'll try to find out, say, what the top three secrets are of jumbo loans that you should know, and maybe like the top three pitfalls to be aware of so that it's not difficult for you or you don't make an error when you're trying to get a jumbo loan. So first, let's give the definition of what is a jumbo loan.
Jumbo, yeah. So jumbo loans are typically any loan over the Fannie Mae or the conforming loan limit. So it does change once a year, but currently 2025, if your loan amount's over $806,500, it's always some weird number, but $806,500, the loan amount higher than that, you'd be considered a jumbo mortgage or a jumbo loan.
Okay. So let's give an example. Who might go ahead and get a jumbo loan? Is it someone who is buying a $900,000 home, someone who's buying a $850,000 loan, or someone who's buying $1 million plus? What typically is the characteristics?
So I typically say over $1 million, and the reason is that 806 again is the max loan amount, right? Mm-hmm. So jumbo loans, unlike most other loans, they typically will have a much higher down payment requirement. So in general, I would say you need 20% down. So if you're buying a $1 million home and putting 20% down, you're still at $800,000 loan amount. So you could still do a conventional loan. But if you're over $1 million price point, then that's when you're going to start to be needing a jumbo loan.
Okay. I don't think it's a real issue, but credit score, anyone who's using a jumbo loan probably won't have an issue with credit score, but just in case.
You'd be surprised. No, in general, so here's the thing with jumbo loans. Conventional loans, FHA loans, VA loans, essentially the government makes the rules on those, right? With jumbo loans, individual banks make the rules. So with jumbo loans, you could have 100 different banks with 100 different rules on what they will accept as far as credit score, income, down payment, whatever it may be. So when I get a jumbo buyer client, I'm literally looking at typically somewhere between 30 to 50 different banks to see where that client fits. Now, to answer your question, on a jumbo loan, if you don't have a 700 credit score, you're going to eliminate maybe half those banks, maybe even more. But we do have jumbo loans that go down to a 620.
Okay. So for Cross Country Mortgage, are you tied to just your mortgage company, or can you go to other venues or other companies?
Yeah. So on every jumbo loan, we do have a cross country jumbo, but I'm looking at Chase, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, credit unions. We have some credit unions we partner with. And so we're looking at, because it's each individual bank's rules, we're always looking at whatever's going to be best for that client. So yes, we're looking at multiple banks, or you'll hear us call them investors,
Okay.
for each client.
Because jumbo loans are such an, I'm going to say, interesting animal, I'm going to ask you, Patrick, can you give us an example of recently doing a jumbo loan for somebody and there was maybe a hiccup in it that you were able to correct, or if the jumbo borrower had known about the potential hiccup, it wouldn't have happened?
Yeah. I would say the biggest, well, this will be the biggest hiccup is for business owners and self-employed individuals.
Okay.
So, you know, I probably have 4 hours worth of stories about people who bought a home, they were self-employed, own a business, but hadn't got their pre-approval yet. We do their application after they're under contract. We look at their tax returns, and now we have an issue. So the biggest thing with jumbo is the requirements are typically more stringent than standard loans, and self-employment, because a lot of clients buying own businesses or are well off, the requirements are just a little bit more detailed. So if you are self-employed or own a business or essentially don't get a straight W-2 income, like I have a client right now buying a jumbo loan, and he's a professional gambler.
Ooh.
Okay, so that can get kind of
dicey.
Well, it's a lot of work, right?
Right.
It's not like send me your pay stub and W-2. It's like, I need your DraftKings printout, and it gets complicated. So if you think you're going to be over a loan amount of $806,000, you're going to be in that jumbo world, and you don't receive a W-2 and pay stub, that's not your primary source of income, you're something unique. Anything other than that, you want to apply soon before you're looking, so you understand what your options are and what you qualify for.
Does it take longer to get a jumbo loan than,
It
say, a
can.
conventional example?
Well, anytime tax returns are required. So I had one client, he was jumbo, and he had 14 businesses on his tax return. So that takes me a little bit longer to calculate the income and see what programs are going to be available to him. Where if you are, if you're a CEO and you're W-2'd, all I need is your pay stub and W-2, and I can calculate your income. But on jumbo, most jumbo loans, we're looking at tax returns.
Okay.
And that's where it gets complicated, can take more time. After I look at them, I might have questions for you or your CPA. So sometimes there's some back and forth. And because, 40, 50 banks that you may want to work with, we may want to fit you with, it's a process of, eliminating some of them, fitting the puzzle pieces together to find you the best one that works for you. So it can take longer on jumbo.
Now with a jumbo loan, because we're here in the Denver metro area, there are homes that are sitting out on 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 acres, which then obviously when purchasing was well over $1 million. Could you, would you, or should you look at jumbo loans? Or there are other loans out there that I know of that might qualify better, but can you use a jumbo loan to purchase something like that?
Yep, acreage. I mean, jumbo loans they cover a whole gamut of options. But yes, I have a bank that specializes in that. I have a jumbo bank that specializes in farm. I have one that specializes in actually even the marijuana industry. So whereas if you're in the marijuana industry, it may be hard to qualify for one of the standard government programs.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, because we're talking in this loan field, which is a little different, are there such things as adjustable rate mortgages in jumbo loans?
Oh yeah, yep. And right now we're doing a lot of those. So 2025, don't know when you're watching this video, but right now adjustable rate mortgages are very, very, very popular, especially with jumbo. I mean, we've been able to get people in the low fives right now, where your average mortgage rate's probably around 7. So,
Jumbo loans, are the interest rates higher when you compare them? If somebody, at the same time, somebody's getting an FHA loan, VA loan, conventional, and somebody's getting a jumbo in the same time period, interest rate differs?
So this question will be answered differently depending on what the market is. But at least right now, in general, the average jumbo rate is higher than your average conventional. But I just mentioned a way to get it a lot lower. So there's flexibility with getting seller concessions and stuff like that, where we can get that rate extremely low, lower than even what we could do on a conventional.
Right. Well, talking about jumbo loans is like saying to a restaurant, what's for dinner?
Right. Or I had an insurance broker walk up to me the other day and say, hey, what are mortgage rates right now? And I asked him, I said, what are insurance rates right now?
Yeah.
Right? It all depends on the client and what they're trying to do.
Right. So we wanted to give you a little bit of idea that when it comes to jumbo loans, there are a multitude of options, a multitude of answers, and even answers upon the first answer that Patrick can give you. But if you are in the market for a jumbo loan, you want to make that really almost your first priority, even before looking for a property, because then Patrick can tailor the type of mortgage that you're going to get in the jumbo loan arena.
Yeah, can I say one thing on that?
Sure, go ahead.
So most jumbo clients are well qualified, own businesses, have lots of money, have good credit, just in general, right? Now, because of that, they usually wait to do the pre-approval because they're like, oh, this is going to be no problem. I mean, I got lots of money, I'm a business owner, I got great credit, this should be easy. Jumbo loans are harder. They're more stringent, you need more documentation, and we look at things different on the lending side than the way you look at the income coming into your bank account. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you're going to be in that jumbo mortgage amount, you should start sooner, just so we can get you through the work and show you what your options are, so there's not surprises after you go under contract.
Yeah. That really makes sense, not only for the jumbo loans, but for any of the other loans, because a lot of times people are thinking that it's not a big deal. I just have to give 2 or 3 pieces of paper, and then that's it. So one of the biggest pitfalls I see as a real estate agent is people thinking that, which is surprising, that getting the loan is the least important part of the whole process.
No, it's the hardest.
It's actually the hardest and most intricate. So I urge you, for any type of loan, whether it be FHA, VA, conventional, or jumbo, to talk first with a lender and get a knowledgeable lender. I'm still a little wary sometimes of the internet lenders, but they're better now than they were a few years ago.
I got a good story about that, though.
All right,
so
go for it.
Just for my own experience, I called up a big internet bank lender, and I just wanted to see how easy it would be to get a pre-approval. And so I did the phone application with them, and I said I was going to buy a $3 million home with 20% down. I told them I'm 100% commission, and I told them, how much money I had and all that. I had a pre-approval letter in 5 minutes without sending them one piece of documentation. And it just cracked me up, because I know, being in the industry, they're going to need 2 years tax returns. They're going to need all my bank statements. And I'm commissioned, so that means they have to average that. Like, it's not just an easy calculation. So you just got to be careful. If you're looking in that price point where you're going to need a jumbo, I would submit all my tax returns, pay stubs, everything, and get it all taken care of up front.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that story, Patrick.
I was like, what the? Oh my gosh, dude! Like, I can't believe you gave me that letter so easy.
Right. Okay. Well, this wraps up our conversation with jumbo loans. Hopefully you got a few insights on it. And again, I'm Bill Fung, your local Denver realtor. Patrick Langhans, who has been in the business 20 plus years. I've known him for 10 years. He's one of my favorite lenders. Again, if there's any questions, please feel free to call, text, email, write a comment below, and we will go ahead and respond back. And then again, this is one of 4 different, is it 4? 1, 2, 3, 4 different type of loan interviews that we had. So also as they come up, we will have links to some of those other interviews that you're welcome to look at, or have other people take a look at it if they have any questions. I'm going to go ahead and have Patrick give you his phone number, so if you want to call him directly and immediately, you've got it.
Yeah, it's 303-209-7812.
Thank you very much for watching. Again, like I said, I'm Bill Fung, your local Denver realtor. Have a wonderful day. Take care now. Bye.